Good morning, my name is Reggie Bray. I'm Operations Section Chief with Pacific Northwest Team 2. Pacific Northwest Team 2 is the team that is come in today to take over from the Eastern Area Silver Team and begin to manage the Schneider Springs fire. Today's the operational briefing for Sunday, August 22nd. Just a little, want to kind of show you, kind of orientate ourselves to our map. Up here on the west side, we have the Bumping Lake and the Highway 12 the Highway 410 corridor here on the north and the east side, down to Natchez, which is over here to the southeast of the fire, and then the Highway 12 corridor runs along the south toward the Rimrock Lake. So we'll start a little bit about our organizational. We came in today, we added 2 branches to the fire. We split it into 2 branches. We have a branch to the north and a branch to the south, branch 2. That's for just our operational control. We added a couple of divisions and also a structure protection group to the organization. Starting over here up in branch 1 over on the west side, just north of Bumping Lake here along the Bumping River Road, we're continuing to prep indirect line just to the east of Bumping Lake down to the 680 road and on down to the 1808-1800 road junction. Continue to prep that just to keep fire to the east of the Bumping River Road. Crews are also working the fire just north of Groose Prairie, where the fire came down and bumped into the Bumping River Road. Last night there was a little bit of fire activity in there, some single tree torching, things like that, but that's holding, and crews are continuing to work that and keep that in check. Moving up the Bumping River Road toward the 410, into what we're calling Division Delta. They're prepping along structures. They're behind the river and the Bumping River, and also looking at trying to working off of the 340 road and the 1706 road, looking at some indirect line to try to tie that fire, keep that up above all those structures, those values at risk that we have, and tie that into our main fire. Over here on the northeast side of the fire, along the Natchez River in Division Echo Foxtrot, looking at tying into what the work Delta's doing, trying to find an indirect piece of line to tie the fire back up above these values here, the structures along the 410 corridor in the river, and keep fire from moving to the northeast. They're also established some hand line down here just off of the 250 road that goes into Cliffdale, goes down a ridge, ties into the river, and that's just a line that we'll be looking to secure that, keep fire from moving to the south east of that. Crews are also working in Hotel here along the 1600 road. That's the Clover Springs Road up to the Forest Road 1600 up to the 250. That's where they established some black a few nights ago. Continue to mop up, patrol that, and just make sure that stays secure. Moving to the south toward the Bald Ridge Road, where this has been fired out a week or so ago. They're around the toe of the slope, just north of the Bald Ridge Road. Crews are continuing to monitor that, just mop up, securing the edge to make sure that fire doesn't move around those structures to the east there along the Nile Creek. As we move into the southeast portion of the fire, looking at our opportunities to find some indirect fire line that we can establish. We're looking at constructing an indirect line along Bethel Ridge here in what we're calling Division November. That's going to keep fire from moving to the southeast toward Natchez, toward the 410 and the 12 highway corridors and keep fire up away from our values at risk along those two roads and into the town of Natchez. So as we establish this line, we'll be looking at working it to the west toward the comm site tower and moving it, keeping fire from moving south, keeping it north of this indirect line and tying it back into the wilderness. That's the end of the operational briefing for this morning. Thank you.